Hello everyone, Captain Spidey Fist here, and I'm going to make a quick video on how to take care of and organize your Pokemon cards. Now, I'm sure you've seen me open up a lot of these more rare Pokemon cards, a lot of these very popular Pokemon cards, and I know some of you have channels where you're going to open them up, and then you're going to throw them up on eBay, you're going to sell them, and I just wanted to talk about caring for them, and one of the best things to do is to put these cards into a card sleeve or into the actual card protector. So I have two types here. I've got the hard, thick, top loader style card protector, and then I've got your regular card sleeve. Now your card sleeve is going to protect them. However, you wouldn't want to just leave this out. You would still want to put it in some kind of a deck box. So here is my deck box that I have here. And it's pretty heavy duty, and you can pick these up at Walmart. In fact, everything that I'm going to show you right now you can grab at Walmart for pretty cheap. If you are buying hundreds of dollars worth of Pokemon cards over the years, spending like 10 or 15 bucks right now will help keep the value of the cards, as well as help keep them longer. Because over the years, goodness gracious, there's no telling how much I have spent on Pokemon cards. Like, it's a lot. I'm about to show you one of my binders, and it is my smallest binder because I only have, like, holographics and stuff like that in it. I have several binders full of Pokemon cards, and I try to take care of them as best I can. Whenever you see a video on this channel and I open them up, they usually either go into some kind of deck protector or straight into a binder in order to help keep their value, because I want to keep these cards for a long time. So, I have here a 35 pack of top loaders, and I have some EX Pokemon here that need to go in there, as well as my son's little deck that he plays with whenever I do a style of Pokemon cards that I call the Elite Four, is what I finally settled on. I was going to call it the Pokemon League, but I do have a video up on how I play that. Essentially what I do is I let my son pick 6 extremely strong Pokemon, and then those are his 6 Pokemon that he plays with, and all he does is he rolls a dice and he attacks. But he gets these extremely strong Pokemon right away. Now, he is almost 6 years old, which means his hands are always dirty. It means his hands are always sticky, covered in something. So, having these cards in a protector of some kind is going to help keep those Pokemon cards around for a longer time. So, I have one of the thick card protectors here. So, all you got to do is you just got to open up this at the top. You just got to find the little slot there, and then without touching the card too much, without, especially, goodness gracious, for these that have like the holographic design and the full art on the card, you're going to want to make sure that you don't touch this more than you have to. You're just going to slide it into the little slot, and you're just going to push it down. I give it a couple taps in order to get it seated, and there you go. That's all you got to do. And now, it's not going to bend. It's not going to get all kind of crazy, because just for some reason, just being exposed to the air for too long, the moisture in the air, you handling them too much, the oil in your fingers and stuff like that, just the things that naturally are going to happen, it will cause these cards to start bending. In fact, I have a, where is it? It is the EX Blastoise. Now, we take very good care of our cards, and just being exposed to the air has made it curl up like this. Just the air, it getting shuffled and stuff like that. So even though the rest of them are, pretty flat, this one has already begun to turn. So what we got to do is we got to get it into one of these in order to ensure that it lasts as long as possible. Because if you have a bunch of cards and they're all bent up and stuff, you're going to end up, usually I've seen people just throw them away, and that is a shame. And then they go out and they try to get that card again, and it's a lot harder to get. Now you see, it's flattened out the card. It's going to help it keep its shape. Now, if you have some really, really rare ones that you're going to try to sell for a lot of money one day, they have some air-sealed vacuum style containers that you would want to put them in, because even something like this, if I were to try to go and get it appraised, even though it's only a little bit bent, I could not sell it for its full value. In fact, most of these, because they've been exposed to the air just for the length of this video, they might not be worth what they could be worth, because they take off stuff for like slight boxing around the edge of the card, any imperfections, any scratches in the holographic design, and just shuffling these will scratch them. Also, you're always placing them face down, and you might slide them across, and just something like the wood of my table can scratch these up. Your fingernail might drag across it. So having them in these protectors, that's going to keep them. That's going to keep them just good. You know, it's going to keep the condition, or however you would say it. I'm not sure how you would say it. So here is one of my decks of Pokemon cards, or rather my binders. And you see, I don't have this binder completely full. Binders are pretty cheap. You can grab one for like $1, right? And then you can grab a whole bunch of sleeve protectors, or card organizers. I don't know what you would call them, but you can grab a bunch of these. And I just kind of have it set up to where it's organized by what it is. Like, I separate water, grass, and stuff like that. And keeping those separated is going to keep you from having to pull out a whole bunch of cards and dig through too much stuff whenever you are, you know, organizing your Pokemon cards if you're building a new deck. Having some kind of organization is good, and it's important that you don't fill up the rings too much. If you have too many, you run into a much bigger chance of them falling out. And if it has a little pocket like this, don't ever put Pokemon cards in those, because this is going to start to bend. Just the binder itself is going to bend, right? And you don't want the binder to cause the Pokemon cards to bend. So, we just opened up a whole bunch of booster packs, and here's the cards that we have from it. One of the best things you can do, if you can't immediately get these into some kind of sleeve or something like that, do not leave them sitting out, because like I said, even the air will cause them to deteriorate. Just toss them in the bin that they came in, right? So this little tin box, this is what it came in. I can just place them in there, and you want to try to place them in there without shuffling them up too bad, right? Because again, you don't want to box up the edges. Just put them in the tin, put the lid on, and then that's going to protect them for just a little bit. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please like, subscribe. Make sure you ring that notification bell so that way you can stay up to date with the videos that I'm releasing, because there's no telling what I'm going to come out with next. You know, I just started doing Pokemon cards on my channel, I guess about a week ago or so. Oh, goodness gracious, they're so slippery. But that's it for the video. I hope you liked it. Please like, subscribe. I'm Captain Spidey Fist, and I'm out of here.